Alright. It's the last video of this batch recorded session, and oh my god, I am getting tired of it. Not really, but my back hurts. 20 minutes on the clock, and maybe we'll see Vitrium today since we've been on a roll of switching character. But, I do just kind of want to get this done. This germanium is starting to anger me. I would like to be done with it. Please and thank you. And I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. The fuel. I'm gonna have to farm for a bit later. Now, this should be coming out on Friday. If my math has been mathing. Meaning, tomorrow I will most likely try to stream this in the morning. My guess, if all things go well, is about maybe 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, EST. Maybe 11. Might even start at noon. But I just don't want to start it too late in the day, considering there's fun things happening on Saturday. Fun things happening. Um, I at the time of recording, it has not been announced. However, I will hold this recording or ask Amber to uh pick up. No, no, not that. That's a mean thing to say. No. Oh, look at that. We have enough germanium. um, No, I think by this time, it'll have been announced. But Virtue and Vice will be going live tomorrow. I will be going live at about 8 p.m. on Saturday, and we're gonna be starting the Virtue and Vice SMP. I will be playing a character that is an alternate universe of Vivus here. Um, and it'll be a lot of fun. Because it'll be my first time acting as like a more human character that isn't like this weird amalgamate of three people. It'll just be Vivus. It'll be, if I remember correctly, I made them a descendant of either a descendant or a messenger of death. Um, it's very cool. Corruption, messenger of death. One of the messengers of death, corruption. That I'm really proud of that one actually. Um, Considering Vivus is like in our in this universe, Vivus seeks the downfall of everyone, pretty unanimously and universally. So it's actually, yeah, I'll just chuck that in there. So it's kind of fitting for them to be the messenger of death, for corruption. When corruption appears, you can tell that it's on its downfall. Um, but yeah, that's happening tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. I'll be going live at Twitch. Same handle over there. Agni Does Minecraft. It should be a lot of fun. I would be very happy to see you all there. Um, but speaking of live, I am gonna try and be on noon EST to stream this and try and get a little bit further so I can potentially batch record on Saturday or Monday. That same Saturday, the day that I go live on here and Virtue and Vice, or I will batch record on Monday and do the same thing again. That would also probably work. We finally have enough germanium. I keep calling this geranium. It's not geranium. Um, let's get more fish. Where are my fish? Hold on. Because we need the selenium. We need like 32 of it. Yesterday when I was acting as indie and I put all the stuff in there, that's one of my attempts of being organized at least. Um, why did you not go anywhere? I'm swimming with the fish. Why'd you go in here? Why you're that was weird. That was really weird. What? Oh, salmon. Where are my fish? Where are my fish? Where is my raw fish. Anyway. Really nice pack, to be honest. When I do try and put this on, uh, yep, that, yeah, thank you, Agni, thank you. That was very informative, and exactly what your native language should sound like. Hmm. When I do try to go live on Antimatter on Saturday, tomorrow, um, would you guys like to see chat like on screen? I know I'm gonna try and find a way to have chat up on the same screen so I can see what's happening, but I'm gonna also post the VOD as an episode of this on the channel. So maybe it'll, since I'll be like talking to probably the very few viewers, um, it would help for you guys to have, I don't know, a view of what I was responding to in the first place. At least I think so. Um, I'd have to figure it out in this next week though, and you all won't know I've asked the question until Friday. I'll figure out how to do it and then probably turn it on or turn it off based off what y'all say. It's probably a good thing to know how to do in the first place, right? Yeah. I have no idea if this is enough fish for what I'm trying to do. Um, selenium. I get 2 out of it. I need 32 of them. I need 16 fish. That was very anticlimactic. Whee! Whee! Maybe if I jump around, it'll fish faster. Because I'm summoning my brothers. Maybe. Just maybe. Or maybe I'm jumping around like a moron. Just because I can. Oh well. Actually, how much selenium do I get out of you? More. I get more, so I can probably dissolve both of them and be fine. Dissolve the fish. Dissolve the fish. Dissolve the fish. The exact amount. Perfect. Oh dear. Oh no. I am sorry, Indy. Oh no. I'm sorry, Indy. No rewards. Let me just fish a bit more because I don't want to break down any of the nether warts. I just need to get 8 selenium for this next quest, and then I can get the reward from that. I didn't actually check if there was one. And I don't remember, even though I hovered over it. Yes, brain is thinking as brain should. Definitely. I definitely, this is absolutely peak Agni brain, and not, I've just been recording for 2 hours straight. Agni. My voice hurts. Like my throat hurts. I can't even think about speaking the way Vitrium would speak in this case right now because I would botch what he'd say. Like since he has a different vocabulary than my regular speech. Um and I think I'm too tired to try and cut out all the filler language that I typically use. If that makes sense. That why was my pickaxe in my crafting table? That was so weird. That was so strange. This world is very strange. A lot of happenings. It's almost as if it was a world made to trap us. Fishy matter. Yay. Okay. Hang glider. Okay, there's a few more avenues we can go towards. I don't. Yeah, I can't do cobblestone generator until I get the tellurium. Anti rubidium, 8 rubidium. Do we? I'm pretty sure we have that from the loot crates the other day. Yep, we do. Do we have? I have a stack of antimatter. Let's make this right now. Let's make it right now. Quest complete. Loot crate. Tellurium. What do you get tellurium from? Dissolving the green. Okay, I can do that. A lot of this game is just dissolving stuff. I can dissolve the green. Um, boop. How much tellurium did I need? 16? That's not what I. What did I just do? F. Oh. I need 16 tellurium. 16 tellurium. I need more antimatter. Give me the antimatter of the world. This is actually really funny because it's not truly antimatter. Um, Antimatter cannot. Oh, I'm gonna show my nerd. I'm gonna show my inner nerd. Antimatter can't exist in this setting, actually, because any actual matter will immediately collide with it and both will annihilate. So this is a curious way to describe it. Um, this is a very curious way to describe it, at the very least. Um, it's a very interesting. I don't even call it interesting. It's just a buzzword. Um, for something sciencey. I. It's not even that. I wouldn't. It's very cool what antimatter is. Um, it's just not this. uh, Somewhere in Europe right now, there is a truck going around with a bunch of anti-hydrogen just doing experiments on it, and I think that's really, really silly considering it's antimatter, and they're just in a truck doing experiments on it or driving around the country over there. It's so silly. So what antimatter actually is um, imagine a all right. I don't know how to describe this the best. Um, in the air around us, we don't really see it as a thing. We don't really see it as matter because it's just in the space around us. Um, it's just there. Now, what we would notice a bit more is if a vacuum were to suddenly appear, like an absence of thing in our air, and that's that like absence kind of acts as its own thing, if that makes sense. Um, the easiest way to describe it is if you consider a sea of electrons that have their negative charge. If you take an electron out of that sea and you pop it up, it creates a pocket where there is no electron. And to everything else, it looks like a positive charge. So it's very curious, and that positive charge is a positron. It's very curious because it's just a hole. It's a hole where the other thing used to be, and you can make an electron and a positron theoretically just by splitting nothing, because when you put them back together, you get nothing. Potentially, I could also be hallucinating. I am not. I'm not a PhD student. Yet. I would love to be there at some point though. Um, Let me make one more stack of this and then put it in the chest. But no, I just find this stuff really, really interesting because antimatter is just it's just the opposite. Um, in all theory, it's just the opposite. Um, an antimatter of like an antimatter electron, positron, just it's an electron with a positive charge. Um, and an anti-proton. It's just a proton with a negative charge. Very very cool. I think it's cool at least. It's very very silly, very interesting. I have fun with this. Fun fact: I am a physics major. I love thinking about stuff like this. If you couldn't tell from the antimatter chemistry mod pack I'm currently playing, I do like science. So if y'all like me pointing out the scientific accuracies of this, in addition to just playing, just let me know. Um, 'Cause I find it fun. Just to see like accuracy and how it lands and whatnot. Germanium and selenium get on the periodic table. What did I need the tellurium for? I did not want to drop you. Yoink. Cobblestone generate the tellurium ingot. That's why we needed 16. That's why we needed 16. Okay. Whack. Let's put the rest back up here. Cobblestone generator. I have a bucket of lava somewhere. There's one. Do I have enough iron to make another bucket? No, I do not. Because of course I do not. Um, um. What other ways can I get iron from? Iron oxide. I don't have a lot of that. What antimatter? Can I just chuck a bunch of... I could just chuck my mineral salts in there and see how much I get, but that's not gonna be very effective. Yeah, it's the dark gray. It's the dark gray. Tungsten. Tungsten. That's a silly chemical. Like, why is it tungsten, but it's a W? Chemical element. Why? Why do they give it a W if it is tungsten? I gotta start thinking about what I want my base here to be. Because I truly have no idea. I mean, I could make it a temple. I could... Ooh. I could build the village here. And for those of you who don't know what I mean by the village, I mean Crustacea, and I could keep building the rest of that world that never got to be finished. Because I have a whole buttload more blocks. And with that one I was using vanilla Minecraft. So I have a lot more options here and a lot more customization. I could just make the village here. I feel like that'd be very fun. I think I'm gonna make the island in 8. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the island with the 8 sectors with void in the middle. And when we finally break bedrock, like I know we can do, it'll just be the void down there. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna have some fun with this. Iron, so I can get a bucket. Unlock iron. Go. Go. That you can't get water with just 3 ingots, Agni. That's not how that works. Ooh, double compressed cobblestone. Right. Right. I need 5 of these. 5 of them. Okay. It's the cobblestone journey. The cobblestone journey. I don't know why I went into the chest when it was all right there. Alright, I got 5 of those. And now I need to make a bunch more. Silicone. And the timer is up. So it looks like the goal tomorrow is just gonna be make this cobblestone generator. Okay. We can do that. Let me just finish this. Because it's gonna be a lot of grinding for these. Because at least now... Hold on. We've got a lot more to go. Well, hold on, let me... There, screenshot. Oh, you guys are here for the screenshot, finally. I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I'm live around noon EST, 12 p.m. EST. If not, I will probably send a post out. With that said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye. You better be around for the Virtue and Vice stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun people with some friends you might recognize. Bye bye.